everyone, and welcome to another episode of Eva Talk by 10 Times. This is your host, Sonia Agrawal, and today we'll be exploring an amazing topic navigating the evolving event landscape in India. India's event industry is changing rapidly, bringing both challenges and opportunities for event organizers. So, to help us unpack this transformation, I'm thrilled to welcome Ankita Sahu, Sales Director for the India Subcontinent at 10 Times. Ankita is a powerhouse when it comes to enterprise sales and client engagement, with a track record of turning business objectives into innovative event strategies. Hello, Ankita. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey Sonia, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. And I'm really thrilled to be a part of this podcast. Uh, working in the India region has given me some fascinating experiences. I'm eager to share whatever I can today.
Wonderful. We too are very excited for this insightful discussion. So, just to start this conversation, if you could give some overview of the current state of event market in India, like what trends are you noticing and how do you see it evolving in coming years?
Okay, the event market in India, it has seen a tremendous growth over the last few years, and especially post COVID, I would say, because obviously nothing can replace the charm of physical events. A few major changes that I can see, or you can see that we are noticing is firstly, while there has been a whole craze of virtual events during the COVID, okay, so it's been totally dominated by the physical events now. More than 80% plus events are happening physically, but we cannot say that virtual and hybrid event is going to go, events are also going to stay. They are not going to go away like for always, but yes, physical events is something which is again dominating the country. Second, I would say the use of the data and technology. So will play an even bigger role in shaping the events, whether through AI powered matchmaking, personalized experiences for attendees, or enhanced analytics to measure different sort of ROIs. The digital transformation events is only going to accelerate. And third, I think niche industry events, you can also count that, because these days, rather focusing on large gathering and having a general conferences, organizers are shifting their focus to the companies who can dive deeper into specialized topics and connect with highly targeted audience. So I think these three are the major impact that I can see and which has been noticing so far.
Okay, great. So that was something which is very insightful, that you gave a
Yeah.
very good overview of the current state, whatever is happening in the current event industry in India, especially in India. So I think every growth comes with some challenges or limitations, like it has to
Yeah.
overcome those things. So what do you think
Correct.
are some of the biggest challenges that Indian event organizers face today, and how do these differ from the challenges in other markets?
So I think tough question, but let me try to address it in my way. So in terms of challenges, I think Indian event organizers, they face a unique set of hurdles. Okay, because uh, it's a whole different world. If I'll talk about India, it's diverse. There's a different sort of people, and there's a lot of things which you generally cannot see in other part of the world. But
Hmm.
again, if I talk about some specific challenges, so I think first would be the cost management, because India market is very price sensitive, and while brands wants high quality experiences, budgets can often be restrictive for them. So balancing cost while delivering innovative and engaging services can be tricky, especially with continuously increasing cost of technology, vendors, logistic, and resources and all those things. So I think cost management would be the first challenge for me. Second, I would say infrastructure. So while metro cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, they have like world high class venues, but in tier and tier two cities, the infrastructure, isn't always as developed so far.
Hmm.
So this limit the scalability of the events in those regions, even though there's a growing demand. So I mean, the organizers who are doing regional events, especially in tier two and tier three cities, they often face this challenge of which venue they should choose, and which is the right venue for them to accommodate their exhibitors and visitors. So I think
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure is the second challenge that I can see. And the third, again, as I said, diversity. So India also deals with with a more fragmented audience base. The diversity in the language, culture, preferences, means that what works in one region may not work in another. So customizing event content experiences to one region, as per the region, and appeal to varied audience is essential. But it requires additional resources and creativity every time when you do the event in a different part of the world, in the different part of the country. So I mean, diversity is a plus point for us, but sometimes it do comes with a with a lot of challenge. So I think this would be the third challenge that I can say Indian organizers faces.
Yeah. The diversity part, this is something which is both a plus point as well as a challenging part
As well as
also. Yeah.
because yeah, I mean, customization, you have a team who's working for a specific event, and then all together, if you're doing event in a different state or a region,
Mm.
you have to customize the entire content and everything for the show. So I think it has, every customization comes with a cost. And as I
Correct.
mentioned with my first point, cost effectiveness, and India is already a very cost sensitive market. So I think that is again one of the challenge. So yeah, I mean, they deal with it, but happy to see there are a lot of events which is still happening. It is not restricting that the event are not happening in the different part of world. Even yesterday I was checking, the event is happening in Gorakhpur, in Raipur. So these are very small cities, but organizers are still taking challenges, going ahead and doing some events with a small set of exhibitor, which is a great thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they are facing a different sort of issue, different sort of challenges, which we will get to see.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So that was something which was very detailed conversation on whatever is happening here in India.
yeah.
Now, speaking of addressing those challenges, like what do you think how 10 times is helping Indian organizers especially overcome their pain points? And it would be great if you could share some specific ways where your platform is really making a difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, 1010s is deeply focused on, helping event organizers, not only in India, but globally, overcome many challenges, that I've just mentioned. Our platform is designed to provide, comprehensive solution that make event branding and promotion much smoother. So on top of my head, one of the key area where we add value is in event discovery and promotion. I mean, more than 800 events happens every year in India. It is really really important for you to be in front and visible, and through our platform we make it happen. Okay, not only this, I mean, we have 100 more ways where which can differentiate our platform from others, which obviously I cannot cover in one single call, and one cannot remember. But I'm also very much pleased to share that we have recently launched 1010 Studio. It is again a dashboard that provides in-depth insight into the full range of capabilities that we offer. It helps organizer clearly see the value we bring on the table. So there are a lot of things that in the 1010 Studio you would be able to see from the organizer's point of view. Parallelly, we are also working on new developments like venue unlocking. So at 10 times, we are enhancing our venue page to help venue organizers increase their visibility to event planner. Our goal is to support them in scaling their reach and maximizing opportunities through our platform. So we already had that venue section on our platform, but we haven't been able to, work a lot for it. But yes, now team is working toward to how we can unlock it and how we can help the venues as well, where all sort of venues can be listed with us, and it will help venue as well as organizers to find all the events, targeted audience, and venues at one single platform. So I think venue unlocking is something which is new that we are working for. And there's an event intel. So we are also working on a tool which can provide a lot of intelligence for B2B events worldwide, helping you identify the most relevant events based on your specific criteria with lots and lots advanced filters, I must say. So it's going to be a game changer. I'm sure, I'm very certain about it. It's going to be a game changer for all the service providers, venue providers, enterprises who look forward to be a part of these events, and also hospitality industry. So there's a lot to come. We are still working on it. But yes, 10 times, as I said, it's totally focused on, helping the event industry and helping the organizers, and, you know, helping in whatever way we can. So we have been in this industry for last 10 years, and we are looking forward to, complete many more decades in the coming days.
Everything is sounding so interesting. I mean, the studio part, that is something very, I think, exciting part. Like you are basically setting up everything so that event organizers won't have to struggle a lot.
Exactly, they can get everything on their fingertips. So this
Yeah,
has been our with AI coming into the world now. Nobody wants to spend any extra time or any extra minutes on research because they have tool for everything. You know, if you want to make a presentation, you can just simply put the content and the presentation is ready. This is how the AI is changing the world, right? So we also have to think out of the box, and I think we got a very creative team. If I'll talk about tech team, sales team, operation teams, everyone is working on their toes, and uh, I think those kind of solutions will be in the market very soon by 10 times.
interesting. It sounds really very empowering, and it would be great to know like other success stories or case studies that 10 times how 10 times helped Indian organizers to improve their events. Please tell us like what outcomes did they see?
So, I mean, we have many case studies in place, Sonia. I mean, it wouldn't be easy for me to pick anyone because any one or two, but let me try because we have more than 500 organizers from India who have worked with us. To name a few, I think MediExpert Business Consultants Private Limited. We have been working with them for past 6 to 7 years, I would say,
Hmm.
and we have promoted their events in all the different locations. So they do events in Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, and they do event in Delhi also. So we recently completed their Delhi show, uh, which has been we have delivered a very good number of registrations to our platform. So they have been using our services, as I said, for the last 6 7 years, and obviously we are helping them scaling up their event with every new editions coming up. So that is one of the best success stories that I can think of. Another, I would say, there's Colsec Events India Private Limited. It is again one of the very. They also do one of very specialized events for architectures and interior designers. So we are also working with them for last 5 6 years and helping them to reach the target audience for our platform. So I would not say more case studies because there are a lot. It's really hard for me to pick which one is more valuable for me. But yes, I think these two names that I can think top of my head. But yes, as I said, we have worked with more than 500 organizers. There are a lot of new organizers who are also coming on board. Especially, we are very much looking forward to work with those organizers who do events in tier 2 and tier 3 cities because while we have a good database and have a good reach for the tier 1 cities and tier 1 regions, we are also open to explore how we can help organizers to scale up their event in these regions, which is tier 2 and tier 3. So yes, a lot of new we have multiple, we have a great sales teams in place who's working across different region. And yeah, so that's the goal, to get as many organizers on board as possible.
That's wonderful. And keeping those, I mean, around 500 hundreds you mentioned, no? So
Yeah,
having that much client is also a very big thing. And you are, as you are saying, you are looking to expand more, not especially in the big cities, but you are targeting the tier two, tier three cities as well. And the retention part that you mentioned, 7 8 years, you are working with a client. So that's really wonderful. Uh, so before we close this conversation, any advice that you would like to share with all the event organizers out there in India and around the world who are looking to stay competitive and grow their presence in the ever evolving event landscape?
well, advice would not be the right word because I'm yet to learn a lot of things. I'm still learning. But yes, there's definitely something I would like to mention to all the respected and valuable organizers that, India is a fast growing and ever changing event market. Embrace digital transformation. So going through the same traditional approach will not work anymore, right? You have to have those digital transformation to be done in your marketing strategies, your sales strategies, and all those things. So I think it's a very fast paced world. We have to look forward to using it, how we can leverage these facilities and the new technologies which is coming on a regular basis in the market. So I think a lot of them are already using, but I would say majority of them are still not using. So
Mm-hmm.
especially if I talk about associations and councils, they still believe in having their traditional marketing approach, which is good. But again, if you're embracing something new, it is never going to harm you anything, but obviously give you some new experiences. So I think I would like to say that please embrace the digital transformation, and also please be open in collaborating with industry associations like media partners or event influencers that can amplify an event reach and credibility. So these partnership can also bring in new opportunities for sponsorship and business development. So I think these two things is something that I would majorly want to mention. In the end, who those who you would also know, those who keep up with these trends, they will definitely stay adaptable and will stand out in the whole crowd. So I think that is what I wanted to mention. That's it.
So, like, if you summarize this, basically adaptability and growing with the latest trends.
And
I
going
mean,
with the
that is.
digital transformation, yes,
Hmm.
yes, and be open for the collaboration, because when we talk about big events, which is already scaled a lot, people know about it. But again, if you're participating, or if you're getting partnership with other events, and with other associations, with a lot of influencers of the industry, it will give another edge to your show. It will give another scalability to your show. So I think that is also one of the major thing that people are looking at right now. So I think organizers should be open for that as well.
Correct, correct. So that was a very good summary of today's discussion. It's
Thank you.
really been a pleasure having you on the show, Ankita. Thank you so much for being a part of our show today.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you so much for inviting me for this podcast. And all the best to everyone, to you and 10 times. And let's look forward to unlock something new for this industry.
Yes, definitely. So I'd like to thank you and all our listeners for tuning into this episode of Eva Talk by 10 times. Be sure to subscribe to stay updated on the latest event trends in the event industry. Till then, keep innovating, keep connecting, and keep making every event unforgettable. Thank you so much, everyone.